Welcome to In Depth with Academia. I'm Richard Price, CEO of Academia.edu, and today we're chatting about a super intriguing paper by John Bashir. So, first a reminder, I'm here to present the paper neutrally for your reflection. I'm not endorsing it. Academic research, is a conversation starter, not absolute truth. Alright, let's jump in. The core question Bashir looks at is this: what does the historical development of philosophy's basic problems and methods actually reveal about how philosophy has shaped and been shaped by society, science, and our personal sense of meaning? Big question, right? And honestly, one that hits home for anyone who's wondered about the point of all this philosophical thinking in the first place. But why is this significant? Okay, picture this. You're living in a world where information is everywhere. Ideas fly around like confetti, but when it comes to life's deepest puzzles, people often feel more confused than ever. Why does philosophy keep returning to certain problems? Is it spinning its wheels, or is it building something? Bashir thinks understanding philosophy's history might, in a sense, show each of us how we negotiate what matters, both personally and as a society. That's kind of huge for students, educators, or, just like everyday folks searching for meaning. So what does Bashir actually do in this paper? First off, he dives deep, like Mariana Trench deep, into the evolution of philosophy's major problems. Questions of consciousness, the nature of reality, the limits of knowledge, and, the struggle for freedom or self-determination. He traces how thinkers from Plato to Kant and beyond didn't just stumble across these issues. They were responding to changes in science, politics, and religion. For methods, Bashir lays out something interesting. He doesn't just line philosophers up like dominoes. He shows how each big shift, say, from ancient to modern philosophy, changed how philosophers pose their questions. Are we asking, what is real? Or how can I know what's real? Not the same thing. Over time, methods changed from myth and poetry to rational argument to scientific experimentation, and then sometimes back again. One key finding Bashir argues is that the problems never really go away. Instead, each generation rephrases them. As the world shifts, we inherit, question, and remix the puzzles. This means, for you as a listener, you're not behind. If philosophy seems messy, messiness is the point. It's the ongoing relevance, the living nature of the conversation that matters. Bashir also makes a big deal about the role of language and jargon, for better or worse. Have you ever picked up a philosophy book and felt lost in a maze of weird terms? Bashir says this isn't just accidental. It's a symptom of philosophy trying to be precise, but sometimes just building its own little ivory tower that can feel off-putting. But it also means you shouldn't be intimidated. Asking questions is how philosophy evolves. And here's a tidbit I found funny. A total digression, sorry. Bashir mentions that even some legendary philosophers spent ages debating the meaning of words, like whether nothing is really a thing. Imagine having your job be arguing about nothing for 10 years. Kinda envy them, kinda not. Now methods. Bashir highlights two recurring approaches. The rational, deductive method, think, breaking things down logically, and the experimental, empirical one, go out, observe, try it. Bashir shows that the best philosophical thinking doesn't pick one or the other, but combines both. Sort of like how the best meals are sweet and salty. So, what's the tangible insight for you? Well, first, philosophy's biggest problems, existence, truth, consciousness, freedom, they're not distant academic word games. They impact how we frame everyday issues, justice, personal responsibility, science, or even the meaning of being yourself. Philosophy's history matters because it tells us our deepest questions are shared and ongoing, and really that it's okay not to have perfect answers. Second, next time you're confused, puzzled, or overwhelmed, you're not failing at thinking. You're you're living what Bashir calls the true history of philosophy, that back and forth, rephrasing and honestly confusion, that is what pushes us forward as thinkers and as communities. Anyway, to close, Bashir's paper doesn't try to give the last word, and neither do I. Remember, this is not an endorsement. But it does hand you a torch for your own journey. Whenever you wrestle with meaning, reality or truth, you're part of this super old, ongoing conversation that's pretty cool, if sometimes frustrating. Thanks for joining me today on In Depth with Academia. If you liked this deep dive, or honestly, even if you just enjoyed the confusion, keep exploring, keep questioning, and remember, research isn't the final answer, it's the spark that gets you thinking. See you next time.